Hello friends, how are you today? Just want to make sure that we are live on the right page and we are good to go. Welcome in, my friends. Just give me a few minutes while I bring up my Facebook Live. Hope you guys are doing well. And if you are watching the replay, go ahead and skip it ahead a few seconds or so, maybe about a minute, and we will get started here shortly, but I just want to make sure that it comes up on my screen. Hello, my friends. Welcome in if you are joining me live. And I'm going to scroll down and make sure that we are good. I see myself up on the screen, so that is always a good thing. Good morning, Jennie, my partner in crime. Hope you are well today. Happy Tuesday, friends. And welcome back for another episode of Teach It Tuesday. For those of you that are new to my page, my name is Tammy with Cards by TLC. And as I mentioned last week, I am partnering with my dear friend who is here in the chat, Jennie with Stampin' with Jen, where every Tuesday we are bringing you ideas, whether they are sketch challenges, color combos, projects with a specific stamp set, bundle, or fun folds, which we are focusing on today. Before I get started, I want to make sure that you are following both our pages. You are obviously here. Hi, Shannon, with Tammy with Cards by TLC, and Stampin' with Jen. And that is with 2 N's in Stampin' and 2 N's with Jen. And she will be live today at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, don't worry, if you miss the live, you can catch the replays that will be uploaded to our YouTube channels later on today. And we have actually set up playlists to help it make it super easy for you. All of the details, including the sizes and dimensions, in case you miss it, and all of the supplies for the project today will be on my blog at cardsbytlc.com tomorrow, Wednesday, July 10th. Like I mentioned before, we are focusing on fun folds. And I was inspired by my dear friend and fellow demonstrator, Jackie Boltheis, by this cute little Step Up fun folds. And I'm not even quite sure. I think that's what I would call it, a Step Up fold. It looks like a staircase, so it looks like you're stepping up. So I think it's a Step Up fold. I'm not quite really sure what Jackie called it because she didn't mention it in her live, but we're going to call it a Step Up fold. And what I love about it is how the inside of the fold is on the back. So it has 2 pieces, and you have your front focal point, and then your back side for doing any sentiments. So today I am actually playing with, again, the Country Flowers bundle for the cute little bucket and the adorable online exclusive. Now, this stamp set is actually found in the online exclusive portion in my online store, and it is called Pets and More. It's a photopolymer set. It comes with a cat, dog, parakeet, I think it's a fox, and a rabbit. And I love this. It's so cute. We have 2 kitties in our house, and our kitty Trouble, she is our little trouble, and that is truly her name. And she always, and I know if you're pet owners, you are familiar with this phrase, if I fits, I sits. So I decided it'd be fun to print out this sentiment and build it up from there. We are also pairing it with the double-sided pattern paper Country Woods, and I used those last week. It's the 12 by 12 designer paper, and I thought that the rustic woods and rustic ideas would go great with this card. Let me say hello to my friends that are popping in. Hello, Jean. Hello, Shannon. And hello, Jennie. And I know Patty is in here as well. Thank you all for joining us today. And in case you missed it last week, we focused on the red, white, and blue just to kick off the card. So this is also on the playlist as well. This was my creation from last week for the red, white, and blue. but we are focusing on the kitty today. So cute. So let's go ahead and go over all of our bits and pieces, and we'll be doing scoring on camera today. So I thought that would be a lot easier for you. So we actually started off with a full sheet of 8.5 by 11 in basic beige, and we cut it in half at the 5.5 spot, so it's 5.5 by 8.5, and then our second half we just cut it down to 3.5 by 8.5. So you have two pieces of the basic beige, again 5.5 by 8.5 and 3.5 by 8.5, and we'll score those on camera. And then we have two pieces of basic white. That is our focal point. And again, I pre-printed that out. If I fits, I sits. So our two basic white pieces are 3.25 by 4. And we have our Country Woods designer paper, pattern paper that is cut at 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then a 1 inch by 5 1/4. And then I have already pre-stamped and die cut out our bucket from the Country Woods bundle. And then I have already pre-cut out our 3 little flowers that are in pretty in pink. So let's go ahead and get started with our, oh, come on, Tammy. Let's get these off of this mat. Is like a grip mat, so it picks up on all the little bits and pieces. I know, honestly, Jennie, my mom named her, and it took 2.2 seconds to name her because she was already climbing up the curtains. So that's where she got her name. And then our boy cat is named Oliver. Shannon, you are more than welcome to case this as well. And I see that Jean shared. Thank you so much, Jean. I really appreciate that. So we're going to go ahead and start off by cutting our scoring our smaller card base, and you're going to score it right in half at 4 1/4, which I had actually already done that. I realized I didn't do that, but the main scoring on the larger one is what we need to focus on. And we are going to be scoring at, where are we scoring at? 3 inches and 6 inches. Slide that down. And again, the sizes and dimensions, in case you missed this, will be on the blog tomorrow at cardsbytlc.com. And then 7 1/4. You just ordered the scoreboard because it seemed like her score wasn't okay. You know what? I like the scoreboard as well, Shannon. For me, this is just easier for my eyes to see because the scoreboard is dark gray. So I just think that it's just a little bit easier for my eyes to see, but it does make a deeper score, 100%. Jennie, your cat's names are Whisker and Patches. How cute. Okay, so we are going to take this and we are going to fold under, and then we're going to fold back right here, just like so, and then fold. So we're kind of like going back and forth, and that gives us our little step up card. And so though that is already done. And then our basic premise is we're going to be taking this card base and folding that right over the top. That's just going to go just like so, and then it's going to stand up like so. Okay, let's go ahead and do our stamping and get that done and over with. We are going to start with our focal point of our card, and we are going to stamp our kitty and our flowers, and then we'll work on the back as well. So I'm going to put this off to the side, and then I do need to bring in, because I'm going to be blending out. Let's bring in some piece of paper because we are going to be blending out our sky today. So, but first and foremost, we are going to stamp our kitty, and we're going to stamp our kitty in Memento black ink. And then I'm going to bring in my bucket and kind of see where I want to put that. So I'm thinking we want to cut off the kitty like right about there. Let's go ahead and ink that up just a little bit more. So we're just going to come down just a little bit from the top. Maybe come down like about 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch right there. Jet and Thompson are Shannon's 2 cats. How cute. If you have animals, I would love to know your animal names. Not necessarily a kitty pet, or if you have birds, or if you have dogs. I would love to know in the chat. Let's get a conversation happening here. So let's go ahead and go back into coloring. Or actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I love how I'm just going to kind of decide what I did. I think I'm going to come in here and glue that down first and foremost. And that way that'll be in place for us. So again, we are coming in with Balmy Blue, and then I'm going to use my small blending brush. Jennie's golden retriever's named Bo. I know that. And then we're just going to slowly build up the sky because our kitty is outside. Now, Trouble is a black and white tuxedo kitty, and Oliver is a white and tabby. Jean has 4 cats and 5 dogs and a turtle. Oh my gosh, Jean, you have like a whole farm practically. Okay, we're just going to continue blending down here, and I think that's good. Okay, let's go ahead and put our bucket down now, and then we will be stamping our flowers, and then I'll show you a trick on what I did for stamping that. Petting zoo, that's kind of what I was thinking, Jenny, not a farm, a petting zoo. Okay, we're going to lay that right down there. And then I'm going to come in, and what I did was I took, here, let me show you really quick. I took this floral out of the Country Flowers, and I have actually masked off the bottom part of our flowers because we are going to just do the top half of those flowers. So I masked that off with some Post-it tape. You can use just a regular Post-it or just regular tape, whatever you want to do to mask that off. And then I'm going to try to just get the ink on the top half of that. But if I get, yeah, I got some on there. So remember to pull that masking tape off because you don't want that on your project. And then I'm just going to come in here and we are going to add our flowers. Where is my other piece of white? Okay, I'm going to need that too. And then we're going to do the same thing. Come in here, mask that bottom half off. And it's okay if you get that masking just a little bit on there. I'm going to save that for the last one because I could flip that over. And then I'm just going to come in here and stamp the flowers. So we have the, oops, got a little bit on there, but that's okay. we've got our flowers there, and then we have our flowers on the back side. So we're going to come back in with that final piece of masking tape. Just like so. Remember to, I'm going to try to get a little bit more on there. Remember to pull that off. And then we're going to come here in the bottom corner here. And you can hear Oliver in the background. Trying to talk to his sister. Either that or he had a bad dream. One or the other. Okay, now we're going to do our coloring. Since I have this out, I'm just going to go ahead and start in. I used Light Azure Afternoon for our flowers. Did come in a little bit light at the bottom here, but that's okay. And you're just going to do like a tapping motion because this is a very small area. There is that. And then we'll just come in here and add some blue. This is a very small area for my poor little eyes, but we are going to make it work. And I will catch any questions or comments in a second. Just get this step done. Again, it's such a small area that you are just doing a tap, tap, tap motion. There we go. I believe I got all of those. Oh, you are so welcome, Shannon. That masking technique is just, it's a lifesaver. You were, Jenny, or Shannon was trying yesterday, inking just 2 words and stamp. The masking technique really, really helps. You do have a zoo, Jean. Dogs are Darla, Scar, Ozzy, Stormy, Turtle is Sheldon. I love Sheldon. I love that name. Shelly. Okay, so for our kitty, we are doing dark and gray granite. And I'm just going to come in here and just where it's dark, just come in here. Now you can, with this stamp set, it does have a reversible side. Here, let me just show you really quick. On this stamp set, you'll see these grayed out areas. And what it is that tells us it's a reversible stamp. You wouldn't be looking for the solid image. So what you would be doing is taking your kitty and flipping that over and stamping and maybe stamping off and lining that up and coloring in your whole kitty. But I didn't quite like the look of that. It was a little too splotchy for me. So I thought it was fun to just bring in my blends and come in and do this dark area. And then color him in. Tapping, I've learned, Jenny, that tapping in the small areas, and I believe Patty's the one that showed me that tapping the small areas, it just really makes a difference. Otherwise, I was just scribbling out of the lines, and it was not pretty. And then I'm going to come back in with these darker and just kind of like darken up these stripes again. And then we are going to take our dark Pretty in Pink and color in his nose. Unfortunately, the Pretty in Pink blends are on back order, I think until either the end of the month or beginning of August. So any pink will definitely do, but I use the dark pretty in pink. Now we're going to start piecing everything together and making our card. All of our coloring is done, my friends. So I'm going to start out with laying this down and adhering our designer paper, our pattern paper. And this is where Tom comes into play because this wiggle room here. And if you are new to my Facebook Live, I call the liquid adhesive glue Tom. Tom is named after our Tombow glue. And Tom is very popular in this crafting room. Sometimes he gets a little bit out of control. And then we're going to come in here, cover up our little smudge there. And bring in our bone folder and recrease those edges. And then let's go ahead and bring in our other card base. And, oh, we got to add our little flowers. Let's go ahead and adhere this down really quick to our front base, and then we will add our flowers. Okay, and then our liquid glue. I think our boy Kitty is yelling for his sister. Keep hearing him meow. He is our whiner. Okay. Just like so. And let's go ahead. And I think we're going to use the seal, more of a stronger adhesive for that. You can use, it doesn't really matter. You can use liquid or what adhesive of your choice. Now we are going to attach our card. So we're going to open this up and I'm going to add, you definitely want a seal or seal plus for this. Stronger adhesive, maybe even tear and tape if you'd like. But you definitely want that stronger adhesive. Then I'm going to stand my card up like so. And we are going to line this up so it hits the bottom part of our card right here along that edge. Stand that up, press that down, and there we have our stand up, step up card. So cute, right? And I got a smudge there, so I might be adding a little flower to that. But what do you think? Do you like this? Pretty basic and a pretty fun fold. I really can't wait to play with more of those. In fact, Jackie did the birdhouses on this. And I know I have a couple of birdhouse pieces, so I think I'll be playing with that for sure. But what I love about this is, like I said, pretty close to any bundle that would fit in that parameter of that focal point would be fantastic for this card, whether it's dies. The Mediterranean blooms would be really pretty. And I believe Jenny's playing with that today on her live as well. So I'd like to know in the chat or in the replay, if you would do this fun fold, what bundle would you like to try with that? What comes to mind with this fun folds? Jenny is trying this fun fold. Yay, I'm so excited. Okay, my friends, that is it for me today. Be sure to join Jennie on her Facebook page at Stampin' with Jen. Let me go ahead and bring this back in. So Stampin' with Jen today at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, if you can't catch the live, they will be on our YouTube channels. But thank you all for joining me for another episode of Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jennie. And I hope to see you all next week for another fun project. Or if you want to catch me live on Thursdays on my YouTube channel, I will be live this Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time at Cards by TLC on my YouTube channel. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, everyone.